guys. Um, so anyway, what I was going to say is that now this is Monica Church, and I didn't know, I don't know too much about him in the last 10 years or whatever. Um, Here and there, recently was Shelby because she's doing the renovation on her house, on her home, and there's multitude of corrections that she should have done or implemented before she started on that project. I don't think they listen very well if if their father tells them something, it's probably a good idea that they listen, but for some reason they want to do it their own way. And I mean, that's not such a good idea because it saves you a lot of time, energy, and money. And another thing, like when I was watching this video right here, let me play a little bit of it. The I regret becoming a real estate agent.
Like doing and things I don't like doing. And
I already know she's gonna say YouTube. Before I even started this video, I knew, is it gonna be YouTube versus um, being a realtor? Well, obviously, right off the bat, I mean, a lot of people can do real estate. A lot of people can. YouTube, that's something a little different. Not a lot of, you got to be in a position where you have to know people in order to succeed, right? So realtors, they're a dime a dozen. You know what I mean? There's as there it's just it is what it is. YouTube, on the other hand, to have 1 million subscribers or over that, that's something a little bit different. When you're getting sponsorships and you're getting brand deals for, or even getting paid just, I mean, $20,000 or $40,000 just to, wear a line of clothing or talk about a new technology or some kind of item. Either it be AI or something with technology in it, or vehicles, or just any kind of innovation, right? But I mean, to make videos like this, I mean, there are times where you can just sit on your couch, make a YouTube video, and get paid from it. When in real estate, you could show 100 houses and not sell 10. You know what I mean? So you can you can show a lot, spend a lot of time, give up a lot of, and it's people that are not even interested in buying. They're just people on a Sunday afternoon or Saturday, that even on a weekend, that they have a home. They don't plan on moving. They just want to go check it out. They just want to see the house, the home, and they'll go and they'll check it out. And they're like, no interest. I just wanted to see it. That's it. They're not. Sometimes they tell you. Sometimes they won't. A lot of times they won't tell you that. They have no interest in it. It's the same as like buying a car, going to a dealership. A lot of people just go out there to try out, test drive a car, something to do. I know families personally. I don't, but there's families personally that I know that almost every other weekend they do something like that. Go check out homes, or they'll go to dealerships, and that stuff is very common for them. That's what they do. That's what they like. That's what they want to spend their afternoon doing, with no intention of buying anything, much less have the money to be doing that. But anyway, that's from another fact. Um, so of course, everything I already know, she's going to say YouTube. YouTube, of course. If you have over 1 million, 2 million subscribers, of course. You got sponsorships, of course. YouTube, social media. I mean, they pay tremendous amount compared to real estate. Real estate, even if you sold a home, you got paid $5,000. You're not gonna get $5,000. The 5,000 commission is not yours. That's for your broker. Your broker gets the money, not you. You only get a percentage of what the broker gets, but the broker, and a lot of times they get a lot more than you think, and the agent just gets a percentage of what the broker gets, or what they tell them to get. So it's not as fair as you think. And even back in the day, even in like 2015, I mean, I knew some that um, they started doing this because what would happen is years ago, like 20 years ago, a lot of times is that the brokers would start, stay there for 2 years to 5 years, and then end up getting their broker's license. The real estate agent end up getting their broker's license, and then just start selling on their own, or find someone else, find another broker, and that sponsors them, and they just start doing it like that. A lot of times that happens. A lot of times it does, and that's what people do. So it's just the inconvenience of that. Also, you have to sell either way. You have to. On YouTube, as you can see what she does, I mean, it's obvious, guys. She's going to say YouTube here.
Found that a lot of the things that I like doing have to do with just the YouTube content side, meeting people for the first time.
So, anyway, I mean, so I knew this. I mean, even on this video, you don't even have to play the whole video. I already know. I know that YouTube, and I think a lot of people know, why would you do real estate if you could do YouTube? YouTube is, why be a business owner if you could work for someone else? Well, because business owner, it may be more work or it could be less work, but work that you can hire other people to do, raise prices, let them do the work so you can have more time for the things that you need to do, maybe want to do. It's just stuff like that, guys. It's just easier with time management if you need to. There's no other way around it. And this is what I mean. To go off this in a just out of a moment and say, I'm a YouTuber. She was 25 years old, and she wanted to find, no degree, no experience in any kind of trade. I'm going to do real estate. That's great, of course. Of course, college. I mean, even though you're a woman, I have nothing against that. But I'm saying, if you're at YouTube, you found your calling. And I want to repeat that. If you're in YouTube and you're making hundreds of thousands or million off YouTube a year, just keep doing that, because that's your calling, is to do YouTube. Trust me. That's your calling, is YouTube, not real estate, YouTube. Now, if there's something else that you want to do with your money, invest it into different things, that's something else. But like you said my sister Shelby is making a lot more money than I am right now, and she had a lot more different events that she went to, sponsors that she was able to make a lot more money as well, and stuff that she wanted to do. Well, obviously, it's YouTube. Everybody would do YouTube if they could. No one goes out there saying, I want to be a realtor because I'm going to get rich or famous. They're going to go and do YouTube because it's that chance of being on that. If I could do that one viral video, they expect, or say they think about that's going to happen. But there's a lot more to it than just that. You know, you have to have management teams. You have to pay into it. You have to know people as well to get into that. And a lot of people is just by association. So stuff like that, it's like YouTube is your calling. That was the whole thing.